welcome to your yoga practice. So as I was saying in last week's newsletter, if you get the newsletter, I tried to make a shorter practice and was shooting for 30 minutes, turned out to be 42, so we're going to try again for that 30, something I've yet to be able to do. So this time I have my handy dandy cheat sheet, so I know where we're going and I can try to get there succinctly. So this is for when you just want something a little shorter, you don't have that much time, a 30-minute practice just for you. If you have blocks and you like using blocks, have those handy, blanket if you'd like, turn on some music in the background if you want, and get started with your practice. You can meet in a comfortable seat. So whatever comfortable seat looks like for you today, sitting back on a block like I am, you can sit cross-legged, whatever works for you. And just taking a moment to close the eyes, sitting up nice and tall, reaching through the crown of the head. And just take 3 deep breaths here. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Another deep breath in, sigh it out. And one more just like that, big breath in, let it go. Give yourself the next couple of breaths to land here. For the events of your day or your week so far to swirl and settle, noticing what's showing up inside, paying attention to places that might need a little extra love and care, welcoming the person that is showing up on your mat today. Bring one hand to heart center, other hand rests on the belly. And sending thanks and gratitude to yourself for getting on your mat, for taking some time to move around a bit and spend some time with yourself, however long you can make that today. Seeing if there's an intention, a dedication, a focus for your practice or your day or your week. Just seeing what's bubbling to the surface. And bowing the head towards the hands and heart. Release the arms down and do a couple of neck half circles, drawing the ear towards shoulder. Chin comes back towards chest, over to the other side. And again, slowly moving over to one side and then taking it over to the other. Next time the chin comes towards chest, pause there. Inhale the head up. Begin to roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Just taking a little time to get into the neck and shoulders, those places that get a little tighter, tenser sometimes. And then as you inhale, shred shoulders to ears. Exhale, release. Inhale up and down, and up and down. One more time, up and down. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Interlace the hands behind your head. Relax the shoulders away from ears. Let the elbows begin to open up as you arc open, gazing upward. And as you exhale, curl in, drawing the belly button towards your spine, chin towards chest, elbows flop towards each other. Inhale, arc, open up. Exhale, curl it all in. Inhale, arc open, elbows open, and curl back in. One more time, open up. Then come back to center, release the arms, give them a little shake out. Bring the palms, forearms, elbows to touch, and begin to circle the elbows out wide. You may hear some crickles and crackles in your shoulders. I like to say that's where I store my granola, is in my shoulders. That's why they're so crackly. One more time, out and down, and then interlace the hands behind the back. Roll your shoulders back as you draw the fist towards the floor, broadening across the collarbones. And then take the hands over to the right side. Hug your elbows towards each other and drop your ear towards the left. Getting some more stretch to the right side of the neck. Slowly nod the head yes. A little bit longer through the right side of the neck. And then pause. Bring the head back up. Take the hands straight back behind you again, rolling the shoulders back. Change the cross of the fingers to the opposite, weird thumbs on top. Most likely it feels a little more awkward. Take it over to the left. Hug the elbows in. Drop your ear towards the right. Soften the shoulders. Feel that stretch through the left side of your neck. Slowly nodding yes. And then pause and center. Inhale the head up. Take the hands straight back, and one more time, hands draw towards the floor, draw the elbows back, hug the shoulder blades towards each other, and then release, shake the arms out. Take the legs out in front of you, and give them a little wiggle and a shake. Opening up through the knees, the ankles, the hips, point and flex through the toes. Circle ankles, one way and then the other. And then bend the knees, bring the feet as wide as your mat, hands come back behind you, knees fall side to side. And then take the knees over to the right. Sweep the hands back behind you, twisting to the floor. Pressing into the hands, twist around a little bit more, seeing if you can draw your belly button towards your right elbow. And either staying there with straight arms, or you can lower down to your forearms if that feels all right. It'll be a bit of a deeper stretch. Relax the shoulders, soften through the face. Let the breath slow down. If you're looking for a little more stretch in the legs, you can walk your feet away from each other, walking your left foot away from the right, getting a little more stretch through the left hip and left side. Take one more breath here. And then if you have your elbows down, press yourself on up. Just coming up part way so you can lie yourself out on your right ribs. So you can either come all the way down with the head resting on the arm like so, or you can bring the hand up to hold the head. Then you're going to take hold of your left ankle or your left foot. Draw the knee in towards the chest, and then reach the knee away from you, stretching through the front of the leg. Say hello to your quadricep, and then come forward and back, and forward and back. And just doing that a few more times, opening up through the front of the leg. Depending how much sitting you've been doing, this might feel a little intense. Stretching through the front of your leg. Next time the knee comes back, let go of the foot. Bring the hands back down, press yourself up. Come back to facing the front of your mat, knees sway side to side. And then pause with the legs over to the left. Sweep the hands back behind you again, twisting around. Starting with straight arms, press into the floor. Twist yourself so you're drawing your belly button towards your left elbow this time. And either staying with straight arms, or you can lower down to the elbows again. Relax the shoulders, soften through the face. Let the breath slow down. And either staying with how the legs have landed, or you can begin to walk them away from each other, right toes walking away from the left, getting some more stretch to the right hip and right side. Taking one more breath here, letting it go. And then pressing into the hands, coming up halfway, just so you can lie yourself out on your left ribs this time. So either bringing the head to rest down on the straight arm, or you can support the head with the hand. Take hold of your right foot or ankle and start to draw the knee in towards you, and then extend it back. And draw it in, and take it back. I'm just doing this a few more times. Notice if one side feels more open than the other, or one side is tighter than the other. One more time, coming forward, and then take it back. Release the foot down, press into the hands, coming back up. Then turning around to face the front of your mat again, knees sway side to side. Pause with the legs straight up. Sweep the feet over to one side, coming into a tabletop. So taking any support you might like for your knees here in the form of a blanket or a towel. Spread the fingers nice and wide. If that doesn't feel good for the wrists, you can work on fists. You can roll the edge of your mat up like so, having the heels of the hands elevated, which might feel nice for the wrists. Less of an angle. So doing what you need to do. Get nice and long through the spine. Hips reach back, crown of the head reaches out in front of you. Sweep the feet to the right, look over your shoulder at your feet in a C curve. Come back to center and over to the other side. And center. Step your right foot through. Walk the toes forward, sink your hips a little lower. So as you sink the hips, you want the front knee to come right over the ankle. So if it's coming way past your ankle, just walk your toes forward some more. And then stack the hands on your front knee, peeling yourself away from the thigh. Relax the shoulders down. I'm just pausing for a moment here, long through the spine, reaching up tall through the top of the head, saying hello to that stretch in the front of your back leg. And just take a peek, look over one shoulder. Can you find your foot back there? Look over the other. Maybe it's easier to see it on that side. And then come back to center. Bring the hands down. Step the foot back. Inhale, arc open. Exhale, curl. And arc open. And curl. Come back to a neutral spine. Step your left foot through. Walking the toes forward some more, sink your hips low. Front knee stacks over the ankle. Bring the hands to stack on the front knee, peeling yourself away from the thigh. Relax the shoulders down the back. Stretch up tall through the top of the head. Saying hello to that stretch. Basically feeling it today from my knee all the way up into my ribs. Might be a little tight today. Relax the shoulders. Turn to look one way. And then the other. And come back to center. Bring the hands down. This time curl the back toes under. Lift the knee off the ground. And start to walk yourself around to the wide side of your mat towards the right. Turning the feet straight forward, toes forward, heels back. Knees can bend as much as they need to in your wide-legged forward fold. And then just hang here. Relax the elbows, the shoulders, the head. Shake the head. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. Shift a bit side to side, bending into one knee and then the other. And then pause and center. Left hand stays down, right arm sweeps high, stretch through the fingertips. Exhale the hand down. Inhale, left arm up. And bring it down. Walk the hands over to the left, pivoting the feet back to the narrow edge, front edge of your mat. Back knee drops down again in your knee down lunge. Sink the hips low. Back toes can stay curled under. You can uncurl them. Walk the hands up the leg again. peeling yourself away from the thigh. Inhale, arms stretch up tall. And then bend the elbows out wide, interlacing the hands behind your back like you did earlier seated. Soften the shoulders, soften the back of the neck. And then begin to arc open, letting the head rest in your hands. You can even use the thumbs to give the back of the neck a little massage. Make sure it's nice and soft. And then come back up. Release the hands, bringing your right hand down to either the floor or the block if the floor seems a little far today. So that's what it looks like with the block. Left arm stretches overhead, reaching out to the right side, and then opening up. So noticing if you're curling, twisting towards the floor, can you peel yourself open? Nice stretch through your left side. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Inhale, coming up, and then over to the other side, either hand to a block by the hip or on the floor down by your hip. Right arm sweeps out and over to the left. Soften the neck and shoulders, noticing if you're turning towards the floor, peel yourself open. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Inhale, come back up. Bring the hands to frame the foot, either on your blocks or the floor. Curl the back toes under. Lift the knee off the ground. And then walk your hands around to the right again. Pivoting the feet into a wide-legged forward fold. Shift side to side. Pause and center. Bend the knees, roll on up to standing, taking your time to get there. When you reach the top, roll the shoulders up, back, and down a couple of times. And then turn your heels in, toes out, bending the knees, hands come to rest on top of the knees, helping to press them out over your middle toes. Pressing into your left knee, drop your left shoulder towards center. Inhale up. Exhale, pressing out through the right knee, drop your right shoulder. And up. And drop left. And up. And drop right. And up. Turn your feet back parallel. Hands walk down to the floor again. Take them over towards your right foot, stretching through your left side. And then take them over to your left foot, stretch out your right side. Keep walking them around that way, pivoting the feet back again. Gently lower your back knee down. Step the front foot back. Inhale, arc open. Exhale, curl. And arc open. And curl. Come back to a neutral spine. Take your right foot through. Walk the toes forward, sink the hips low. Front knee stacks over the ankle. And then peel yourself away from the thigh, pressing the hands into the knee, coming up a little higher. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, arms sweep high. Bend the elbows wide, interlace fingers. Maybe change the clasp of the hands, so it's the awkward thumb on top. Soften the shoulders down, and then start to open up some more, gazing a little higher. Let the head rest in your hands, softening the back of the neck. And again, you can use your thumbs, do a little massage of the neck to make sure it's nice and soft. Inhale, back up. And then bring your left hand down first, either to the floor or a block. Right arm sweeps out and over to the left, stretching through the right side. Soften the shoulders, peel yourself open a little more. Then inhale, coming up and over to the other side, hand to the floor or a block, down by the hip. Left arm sweeps over to the right, stretching through your left side. A bit of a deeper stretch on the second one. going away from your back leg. And then coming back up, bring the hands down. Step the front foot back. Moving things out of the way. Shift forward, lower down onto your belly. Stretch out through the toes, elongate through the legs. Bring the hands a good foot and a half, 2 feet out in front of you, wider than your mat, floating the elbows high. Inhale, lift the head, shoulders, heart. Exhale, lower down. Walk the hands back towards you a little bit. Inhale, come up again. And lower down. One more time like that, walking hands back. Inhale, come up. Soften the shoulders, draw the heart forward. Turn to look one way. And then the other. Come back through center, lower down. Bring the hands by the sides of the chest. Press yourself back up to a tabletop. Knees come out wide, big toes touch. Reach the hips back to heels, child's pose. Stretching the arms out in front of you, making this more active. So as the hips pull back, keep crawling your fingers forward. Take a deep breath in and side out. Then all that length you just created by crawling the fingers forward, walk that over to the left. Stretch out the right side. Come back through center. Take it over to the other side. Stretch out the left ribs. And then come back to center. Begin to walk your hands towards your knees, rolling up through the spine. And when you come all the way up, hips come over to one side. Extend the legs out in front of you. You can move blankets and so forth out of the way. Sit halfway down your mat. Come all the way down onto your back. Hugging the knees in towards you, rock a bit side to side, massaging out the back body. Relax the shoulders, let your head be nice and heavy. With a hand on each knee, circle the knees away from each other, get more into the hips. One way and then the other. Keeping the knees hugged in, bring the arms out nice and wide, in line with the shoulders, palms facing up, nestling the shoulders down the back. Legs are going to fall to the left first. Relax the shoulders. Relax the head. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And one more deep breath in. And let it go. Bring the head back through center. Or the knees rather back through center. And take them over to the other side. Soften the shoulders down. Relax the legs. And take a deep breath in. And slowly let it out. Another one like that, just starting to slow the breath down. And let it go. As you inhale, bring the knees back through center, giving them a little hug again, rock side to side. And then shifting into your final posture of Shavasana, your final relaxation. Make any little adjustments to get more comfortable. You can use your blanket as a pillow under the head. And then once you feel nice and cozy, allow the eyes to close. Relax through the face, relax through the jaw. Take a deep breath in. Fill the entire body with breath. Hold it at the top. And let it go with a sigh. Relax, release the entire body. Giving yourself this time to rest and recharge as the benefits of your practice find their way inside. Resting here, knowing for this moment that there's nothing left to do. Know where you need to be right now. That you're right where you're supposed to be. Starting to bring a bit more attention back to the breath. Inviting a fuller, more energizing breath in. And a soft, smooth breath out. Let any little movements come back that feel natural. You may start with a wiggling of fingers and toes, circling through wrists and ankles. There may be a stretch calling your name. And then bend one knee and the other, bring the feet to the floor. Let the head gently flop side to side. And turn on over to one side, pausing there, taking a moment in this transition. And then in any way that feels sweet and supportive, start to help yourself on up to a comfortable seat. As you find your seat, eyes can stay closed. We're just having a soft, fuzzy gaze, keeping your attention inside a little longer. Notice any shifts or changes having gone through your practice. What does it feel like sitting here now? Bring one hand to heart center, other hand rests on top of it. And bow the head towards hands and heart, thanking yourself for showing up, for playing yoga today, giving yourself this time on your mat. Inhale the head up, and bow to the wonder and to the wisdom within you. Namaste. Thank you so much. I think we did it, 30 minutes. So here's a shorter practice for you. Stay safe, be well. Until next time. Bye.